Hey, welcome to Foreigner in the Philippines. Well, I'm at the end of my update on our tree house project. You can see two of the houses there, but the third house is behind the tree there, so you can barely see that. There's our truck, the laundry line, and the little Nipa house as well. So that's all there. We're getting close now to that magical hour before sunset, and all of the life is out on the street. All the boys, lots of children, lots of boys here for a change. Usually what we see is lots of young girls, but this time we're seeing all the boys, and they're out there and they're playing on the fish pond. There's the fish pond over there. See, and the dike that's built up around, you can see how it's done. Now this little area here is an inlet where they can come in from the ocean, and they can sail right in to here. And for some people this will be an access point where they can build boats here. As you can see, there's one boat there that's up, another boat here, small boat. These small boats are incredible. They are sleek in their own kind of way. So a little bit of carving there, but that also would serve as a way to yes, a little bit of carving. I thought it was for hooking on the rope. See, now that's a good example of how kids are lucky to be alive. And yep, and there they go. I was hoping they'd do that after they'd passed my truck. But anyway, they start riding the truck very, very early. Very early. So that's down there. But looking at this little boat, and people will go fishing, and this one, as you can see, is broken. It needs an outrigger replaced. Some of those others, and tide is out at the moment. But rather than leave the boat down in the water, some of them will put them up on these big polystyrene rafts, which they'll push under the boat, and then the boat sits there most of the time out of the water. And the kids playing in the mud. And I was going to walk over. Look at that. It used to be an engine. Now that big boat there is one of obviously the big examples of the ferries that go over to Cebu. And that particular one, apparently we have been there. What's the name? Nina Jane 3. I guess they moved on to Nina Jane 4. But that's a big boat, and that would take quite a few people. Not anymore though. It's done its day. And now it's been abandoned there. Now this gives us a better viewpoint of how the inlet works, going off down there, look into the distance. And all of these various boats, and at the back there is another fish pond. Now what I wanted you to see was house 49. This is house 49. People with the Western viewpoint can be forgiven when they ask questions like, well, how do you decide? How do you decide who you're going to help, who you're going to build a house for? Well, come down and we'll look at a house like this with 3 people in it, mom, dad, and a boy. And it's not hard. The door is a piece of an old boat, probably the Nina Jane, and that's the house. Not quite sure whether that's a house over there. It probably is. But this is the fish pond, the back of which we've already seen. And now we're looking at the roof. Imagine the torrential downpours that we see and wonder what on earth they do. But in among all of this, if you look at the people, and they are so incredibly resourceful. I'm talking about inner resources now. Yes, not hard to decide whether we're going to build someone a house. And that's a group of fishermen who are either coming in after fishing. They don't just fish from here, they also have seaweed, and we showed seaweed in one of our videos the other day, where they were taking the seaweed and they were putting it into big bales which weighed about 150 pounds each, and then they would take that away and probably put it back on the boat, and they then take that either to Cebu or some other port where they were able to put it onto the bigger boats and they could do their business. Maybe even go to the market. There's a market at Taffy. Oh boy, I'm looking at all of these guys and they're buzzing around doing wheelies, and I'm thinking I should get my truck out of there. Yes, definitely, I should. Thanks for looking in and being with me tonight. Bye for now.